Hi, Jalissa.
Hi.
You there? Okay, this is Sarah,
Yes.
and we're on
Hi.
Brett Davis Unleashed at IQ Podcast, and we're at Attorney King's Studios. So we've got Brett Davis here. He's the host. We've got Tyler
Hi.
Meyer and Crystal Balk.
Hey, Jalissa.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Jalissa. It's Brett Davis.
Hi.
So I'm sorry you're going through this circumstance. Has anything transpired? First of all, let's let everybody know what's going on. So you have lupus and you have a medication. What's the medication called?
It's called hydroxychloroquine.
Okay. And how long have you been using that medication?
I've been using it since 2012. I started having lupus when I was 11, but I didn't get on that medication until I had a really bad flare, and that's the medication they use to keep my flares down. So I've been on it since then.
Okay. And it helps you?
Yes, a lot.
You notice a difference when you don't take it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I don't have any symptoms really, and that's the point of the medication is to make sure I don't have flares, make sure I don't have pain, or I even have arthritis. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and that helps it as well. So it kind of makes me not have any symptoms at all.
Jalissa, do you happen to have that letter that they sent you?
I can pull it up.
Could you read it for us?
Yeah, could you just kind of tell us what exactly happened just through your words, just to let our audience know?
Sure. Yeah, so basically I got an email it was actually from my rheumatology department, my doctor's office. Pretty much they're saying that because hydroxychloroquine has been proven to help COVID patients, they're going to be putting it on a freeze so that I won't be able to receive refills on it. My doctor won't be able to write me a prescription. Nobody will be able to pretty much give me that medication because they need to save all the supply for COVID patients so that they can, get treated. They said thank you for your sacrifice in helping, patients that have COVID, and I'm saving lives this way. Basically just that there's a shortage in the medication, and the only people who can get it are people with COVID right now.
Now, Jalissa, what happens when you don't take the medication?
Well, before I was taking it, I still was having symptoms. I was technically in remission, but I still had, pain every now and then. I would have little flares every now and then. But since I had that big flare, I haven't had any. So I've never been off of it since I got put on it. So I don't know what would happen.
But
I can guess that being off of it, my flares might start becoming more frequent. I'll have pain, I'll have swelling, I'll have pretty much all my lupus symptoms will come back, and it's very possible that I can have a big flare, which will send me, into the hospital. My kidneys could start failing. My blood pressure gets really high and all that.
That's what I was going to ask you, if it affects your kidneys or your liver.
Yes, it affects my kidneys.
Okay.
That's really scary. Sorry to hear that. Did they offer to give you some other sort of prescription, or is there other options that you can look at during this time, or is that pretty much the only treatment?
Well, they didn't mention that in the email. I haven't even received a phone call personally about it. It was just that email. And no other alternatives were offered to me. I had to personally call them to set up a phone appointment, which they didn't even have available until April 15th, to take it upon myself to try to find other ways to go without that medication. All they told me was that I could go from taking it every day to every other day to try to maximize, my supply. But I only have 16 days left, so if I did that, it would last me 30 days, but then I don't know what happens after the 30 days, and they didn't give me any options for what I can do after 30 days.
So have you been in touch with the CEO at all?
I have not. No, we haven't been in touch with the CEO yet. All of this just happened, not last night, but the night before. So, we're trying to contact, congressmen and trying to contact everybody else. The news station, they contacted Kaiser and they said that they're considering changing the policy. So we'll see what happens from there.
We're going to follow up with a message. I don't know what kind of message yet. We were just talking about it. Either it's going to be an email or a phone call or both. I don't know. To the CEO, and I'm sure he's well aware of this.
Awesome.
But I think it's never hurts to just put a feeler out there, not in an aggressive way, just say, hey, what's going on and what can be done in this situation. I'm sure they're really well aware of it, and the wheels are probably already spinning anyway. But it never hurts to throw another log in the fire,
Oh yeah, definitely. And I know the Lupus Foundation, they're already, getting involved and trying to contact everybody they can contact. So hopefully somebody hears it and we can, at least us, the people who really need it, can get their medication.
So what do you do? I mean, are you, you say you have about another 2 weeks left of your prescription?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Jalissa, you mentioned that you were trying to reach a congressman. Which one are you trying to reach? Is it the one in your area or all of them, or how are you doing the process?
We shared a link on Facebook that actually has an already written up letter. You just go onto that link and you type in your zip code, and it puts the names of all of the congressmen that you can contact, and you just sign your name and it sends it off.
Has anybody in Congress called you personally, or anybody from staff called you?
No, not yet. I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay. Well, what area do you live in?
I live in Santee.
Okay. Who's your congressperson there? Do you know?
I do not know the name. I don't.
Okay. I seem you probably have gotten a probably outpour, because I'm sure with your story, I mean, right away when we first heard it a couple days ago from Sarah, I'm sure it's connecting with a lot of people, because that, what's going to what's happening to you could happen to other family members and other people's friends.
Oh, definitely. And there's a lot of people who do have lupus, a lot of people who rely on this medication. So yeah, it's the word's spreading quickly, and the other people have been reaching out. So it's good. It's really good.
Brett, do you know any Congress people? I know you know a few people.
Well, I know a lot of Congress people. I've had a few drinks in the old days with a lot of them, so I do know them very well. I even had a few times where I've had a few drinks with a couple governors, and I can't remember what happened after that, but they remember me. But I won't tell. But I never tell. But we will reach out to Senator Ben Wesso, who's not in your area. He's a friend of the show.
Okay.
And maybe we can reach out to a couple of your,
I'll even reach out to Greg Cox, who's the county supervisor. Maybe even Nathan Fletcher, who's also really, really effective at what he does. Maybe even Nathan's wife.
Lorena Gonzalez,
who's very proactive. I wouldn't want to have her on my bad side, by the way. Yeah, if she gets involved, she's
a fireball.
Right. So I mean, those are people that we can reach out to.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Well, we hope everything works out for you. We really do.
Thank you so much.
I have a feeling it's going to. I think it will.
Me too. I hope, this is, I don't know how if they thought, they would just be able to do it real quick and nobody would notice, but
right.
It's getting a big response from people. So hopefully they realize that they can't do that.
Well, what got me was the part where it says, "Thank you for your sacrifice." It's like, thank you for your sacrifice. What?
Exactly. And
it's
a very unfortunate situation for everybody. And I'm really glad that, that they found something to help people that have COVID. That's awesome. But it's not fair to put other people's lives in danger, which, people can die from lupus very easily. And when I had a flare back in 2012, it was a really big flare, and it took me years to recover from it. And I'm really thankful that I had good doctors that knew exactly, how to help me. But lupus can definitely kill you, especially if you have a big flare and it starts going after your kidneys or your liver. And, your blood pressure can get really high, dangerously high. So it's also a life-threatening thing for us, too. So we also need that medication, and to choose whose life you're gonna save is just, it's not fair.
Right. Absolutely.
How are you doing with you have one child?
I have two.
Two. Okay.
I have a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Okay, good. How are you doing on groceries? You
It's
good?
hard. We can't find any meat. And, my husband, he's still able to work, luckily, but I stay at home with the kids. So it's been hard, but
So,
we're
I mean,
trying.
you don't really have any meat. How are you doing with, dairy? How are you doing with potatoes, things like that? Water? How are you doing?
Well, we have a filter, so water is fine. Potatoes, we've hit or miss with everything, really. We just we go to the store, see what we can find. Sometimes we can't find much. Sometimes we can. It's hit or miss with everything.
So what we're going to do is before 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to make sure you get some groceries delivered to Santee. How's that?
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll find it.
Thank
As soon as
you.
we get done,
Thank
we'll get
you.
working on it. I'll make a call and we'll figure out where we can get the groceries for you.
Oh my gosh! Thank you guys so much.
I can't promise
That
you the whole
helps me.
store, but at least a couple bags.
Yeah, that is okay. Anything helps.
Something to get you over at least for a week or so.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Are the
Thank
kids
you, guys.
allergic to anything specific, or is there any allergies?
No.
Okay.
No allergies.
Well, it's very nice talking with you. Sarah will get your information, and we'll get to work on getting you your groceries.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
And then we'll get,
Jalissa, we wish you well, and we will be in
Thank you.
touch.
Thank you.
And
Yes,
yeah,
I'll keep you guys updated on everything.
absolutely. And then
Awesome.
Again, once we reach out to these what do you want to call it? I don't want to say
Congress people?
the Congress people and senators. Yeah, once we reach out to them, we'll update you and get a hold of you. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Jalissa.
All right. So
Thank
you're
you.
listening
Thank you.
to Brett Davis Unleashed.